What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, August 26th. Now in today's dog video, I want to talk about Operation Dog Domination. We do ultimately have a huge mission today because CoinMarketCap has started a contest that within the next 48 hours, the loudest community on X that creates great memes or animations or just in any way grabs the attention of CoinMarketCap using a hashtag gets to be featured on the front page of CoinMarketCap with millions of eyes and millions of views, garnering attention to that specific meme coin along with the other 5. But Dog can win this, and we will explain it at the end of the video to allow you to understand how we're going to ultimately win this, and Operation Dog Domination will dominate this challenge. But before we get in that, we're going to talk about the overall market. Obviously, there's a lot of market manipulation. I'm going to briefly talk about Wintermute, Binance, and also that Dog has been featured on OKX and OKX wallet. We'll look into that as well, along with charting analysis. So let's get right into the video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So as you can see, Dog is roughly around a 240 million market cap, down 3% over the past 24 hours. Now, this is mainly due to Bitcoin. Now, if you notice, Bitcoin is actually down 110,000 US dollars. Just not too long ago, this was at 114,000 US dollars per Bitcoin, but there's a lot of manipulation within that price. Now, over the past 24 hours, there has been record high liquidations of long positions. We saw almost close to around $1 billion in long liquidations as of yesterday. And even when I was reporting on this in the specific moment at around 1:53 p.m. on August 25th, yesterday, there was roughly just within 1 hour close to around 400 million liquidations. That's absolutely crazy. But let's put that into more context. How did this affect the meme coin market? Check this out. So roughly, we saw the entire meme coin sector lose around $7.54 billion just within 24 hours. So this long liquidation did not just affect altcoins and Bitcoin, it definitely affected meme coins. Now, why did we see manipulation within the market? Because Binance actually sent funds of Solana, also Ethereum, and Bitcoin to the market maker Wintermute, and they were selling off these assets to liquidate the long positions. But this also affected Hype, XRP, and Sui as well. So obviously with this manipulation, how is Bitcoin performing against the global M2 money supply? Because we just saw recently that this was the largest deviation from the M2 to Bitcoin chart that we've ever seen in the past 2 years. But to me, I think that this hasn't changed the trajectory of where Bitcoin's supposed to be with the global M2 money supply. And in fact, the reason we see this deviation is because we're just wanting to see all the long liquidations be liquidated and all the degens get liquidated out of their positions. And in fact, Bitcoin News reported that yesterday's Bitcoin flash crash was a bigger long deleverage event than the tariff-driven crash we saw back in April. The clearing of the leverage should allow for a healthy balance because people who got greedy thinking that Bitcoin is going to go up, and in the end, they ended up getting liquidated. But did this shake up the market? Were people very fearful? Yes, of course. But overall, when I look at the fear and greed index, we are not in fear, even with this whole liquidation event. Because you're seeing institutions buying into cryptocurrencies, you're seeing Ethereum and Bitcoin being accumulated within their own treasuries. So really, I think people are really smart to know what manipulation looks like, especially with on-chain data showing that Binance, working with Wintermute, possibly other exchanges to liquidate longs, it's just part of the manipulation of the market. And I think that we're actually going to go back up. So yes, this is how we are. We're at neutral right now. But let's get into the really fun news. Okay, so Dog was featured on the OKX Instagram page. And why? It's because it's International Dog Day today. But they did feature Dog Bitcoin directly on the OG legacies of these other dog meme coins, such as Dog With Hat, Dogecoin, and Bonk. Then we also saw OKX Wallet, which is a decentralized on-chain wallet where you can own custody of your own funds. They also featured Dog of Bitcoin on the top of the moon right over here to celebrate Happy International Dog Day. Now, let's talk about another thing. If you're not bullish on runes, let's focus on what Tim Draper has been paying attention to. So if you don't know, Tim Draper is a backer of Robinhood before it became a big app, and also Coinbase, SpaceX, and Tesla. When he sees the early signals of innovation between all these different companies, well, guess what? He's also focused on Bitcoin DeFi. And he says, while innovations were previously created on Ethereum and Solana, engineers are now focusing on digital gold. Now, according to Draper, he says thanks to Ordinals and runes and smart contracts, the network is transforming into a multifunctional platform. He's talking about Bitcoin DeFi. So this is why I want you to pay attention to this specific chart. Now, if you haven't noticed, this is Bitcoin's market cap. This is Ethereum's market cap. This is Solana's market cap. Now, when you compare the Memecoin market caps, I'm talking about the entire Memecoin market caps compared to their native chain. Look at where Solana memes are compared to Solana. Look at Ethereum memes compared to Ethereum. Look at Bitcoin memes, aka runes, aka the Bitcoin meme coins. These are nothing compared to how big Bitcoin's market cap is. And I really want you to pause and look at this. And how can you not be bullish on Bitcoin meme coins? You know, before meme coins were a big thing in the 2021 bull run, before Dogecoin came around, before Shiba Inu came around, these market caps of these meme coins were in the hundreds of millions. Now they're in the multi-billions. And it only takes one cycle, and that cycle happened in 2021. You know that altcoin season is just around the corner. And if you don't have exposure to the #1 Bitcoin meme coin, which is Dog, knowing that altcoin season is just around the corner, how can you not be a part of this? I'm not paying attention to the volatility and the market manipulation right now. That's trying to shake you out of your bags. And I see it clear as day, and that's why everybody feels neutral in the fear and greed index. So this is why this is the best time to have exposure into your favorite Bitcoin meme coins, aka for me, Dog to the Moon. Now, when I'm looking at the charting and analysis for Dog, which is not the most important part of the video, remember I mentioned in yesterday's video that most likely we could see a dip below the 260 million support level, and surely enough, we did. And because we saw an event like Bitcoin being capitulated with the market manipulation with Binance and Wintermute, we saw the entire meme coin sector and altcoin sector shed around -$7 billion. So this to me is actually quite healthy, and I feel like we're gonna actually bounce back up in no time. That's just my personal opinion. Anything can happen, anything can change. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of the main part of this video, which is this. This is why Operation Dog Domination has to win this. So this was just announced today by CoinMarketCap. Now they're gonna choose 5 different meme projects, or just maybe 5 different altcoins for that matter, to be featured on the front page of CoinMarketCap. And if you don't know, CoinMarketCap has millions of views, millions of followers, and also a ton of traffic on their website. And they're going to offer the 5 strongest projects within this specific category. So how do you participate in this? Well, basically, if you want to, you can create any animations, you can create any PowerPoints, maybe any memes on your X post. Make sure to tag CoinMarketCap, but also add the hashtag BoostMeCMC in your specific post. We only have 48 hours to be a part of this contest in order to win this. And don't forget to tag Dog, obviously. So here's a great example. I made a specific post like this. So this includes Dog in it, and it also includes the hashtag BoostMeCMC. I tag CoinMarketCap, I featured Dog, and I had signed the petition, like, repost, comment. Because remember, when you go back to this post, it gives you the option to create a meme. You can do animation, maybe you could do AI, you could do PowerPoint, but the most important part is this: whatever, just get our attention just within the next 48 hours. So when I use the X tool, aka Grok, which is the AI unit within X, I asked them which is the loudest meme coin community that is tagging BoostMeCMC on X. And surprisingly, Dog is the loudest community as of right now, louder than any other meme community that is mentioning and bringing up the hashtag BoostMeCMC. And this is just right now, okay? We still have another 48 hours. We have today and the end of day tomorrow to continue to start this campaign. We won P2 standings in the Kraken F1 challenge, which hopefully we can hear an announcement soon of what those P2 earnings are. If we could do that with that specific contest, we are going to win this contest. So I need you to show up today and tomorrow. Type Dog, type hashtag BoostMeCMC, and tag CoinMarketCap and be a part of this contest. We are going to win this. Let's be on the front page of CoinMarketCap. All in all, you already know that I'm bullish within Dog Bitcoin. I'm not paying attention to the volatility. You saw point blank, Binance is manipulating the market with Wintermute. Yes, it seems illegal, but they are not within the US jurisdiction. So I'm not focused on the Dog price. Dog will go back up once altcoin season goes back up. But until today and tomorrow, I want you to focus on CoinMarketCap. This is the main mission. I am excited for Dog to win this. Let's get on the front page. Let's see millions of viewers view Dog, and who knows, maybe it will garner the attention and mind share of other tier 1 centralized exchanges and say to themselves, we need to list Dog because right now they have the most attention and we need to list this token ASAP so that people can start trading on our platform. So let's begin doing this ASAP. So guys and girls, if you like supporting this channel, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.